ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Sandy Harkeen and I absolutely love anything that deals with makeup. I'm so glad that you are here with me today because we are going to be playing with the brand new AMREZY palette in collab with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I am so excited, you guys, to play with this palette. When I saw that they were going to launch a new one, I was literally on it. I put it on my calendar and I was like, I have to buy that palette. If you guys don't know who AMREZY is, she is stunning. She is literally like a fashion makeup model. She does a lot of posts of like outfit of the day, shoes, purses, makeup, anything that deals with like glitz and glam. She's definitely the girl to go to look at all her posts and get inspired. She is seriously so flawless. I've been following her for a very, very long time. They actually collaborated together, Anastasia and AMREZY, on a palette years ago. I think it was like maybe like 4 or 6 years. Don't quote me on that, but I know that it's been a very, very long time. And this is the palette that they collaborated with years ago. It's really pretty. It's just very neutral. So AMREZY, she's normally more of a glowy, bronzy look type of girl, I've noticed. I think like recently she's been doing a lot more color, but I've always known her as being very bronzy, very glowy and soft glam. So when she came out with this palette, I was like, yes, I want it. And now they hella upgraded. It's huge, you guys. When I first got it, I was like, oh my god, like it's actually pretty big. I thought it was gonna be like the normal size of their normal palettes, but no, you guys, this is pretty big. It actually has 2 extra eyeshadows in here. But anyways, that is who AMREZY is. If you guys don't know who she is, I will link her Instagram down below so you guys can follow her. But first, you guys, let's do some swatches and show you the palette. So here we have the packaging. It's glittery, it's very Barbie, it's very AMREZY. I mean, I couldn't expect anything less from AMREZY. This is seriously so bomb. It's beautiful, and I think they did a really, really good job. So the palette does contain 16 eyeshadows and they are all brand new. You get 10 eyeshadows, 4 pressed pigments, 2 pressed glitters, and the palette is cruelty free. The shades Liddy, Cupcake, Gemini, Reezy, Samsa, and Yugo are not intended to use around the immediate eye area, which just means that these eyeshadows could stain your skin, or if you apply it really close to the waterline or near the eye, it can really cause, I think, irritation or just staining. So if you do have sensitive eyes, that's a big heads up to you. But for me personally, it didn't hurt me at all. So just want to let you guys know because I did notice that on the website. So swatching the first shade called Wasted, I think this color is so beautiful. It does have a little bit of glitter in the eyeshadow. You guys can see here, it's really shiny. But you can use that for like the inner corner or even to highlight the brow bone. The next shadow that we're going to go ahead and swatch is called, what is it called? Barb. It is so pretty, you guys, when the light hits this eyeshadow. So stunning. Next, we have the shade called Liddy. It's a gilded copper with a lavender sparkle, and it's just a loose glitter. So it's not going to swatch like the other shimmery eyeshadows because this is, again, a pressed glitter. I didn't use this in today's video. I wish I did. But maybe for the next one. Next, we have the shade called Cupcake. It's a metallic lavender and it's a pressed glittery shimmery pigment. And this one is so beautiful. This, I don't know why, it really gave me Barbie vibes. And I love purple, so. Now we have Dragon. And then Dragon's a metallic golden copper, as well a nice pressed glittery shimmery pigment. Definitely such a stunning color for like a nice bronzy eyeshadow look. It is really pigmented. And then we have Leo, and Leo, I believe, is her boyfriend. It's a metallic turquoise blue, or her husband, they got married. It's a turquoise blue. This is a really, really stunning color. I was really impressed that she actually threw in a blue in this palette. And then we have the shade called Gemini, and this is another pressed glitter. Just like Liddy. So they don't swatch as good because they are glitter, so just an FYI. This shade called Georgina, it's a metallic taupey bronzy eyeshadow. It's seriously my favorite. I don't know why, but when I swatched it, it melted my heart. And then we have Reezy. It's the metallic candy pink pressed glittery eyeshadow. and that's also really beautiful. It really gives me Barbie vibes. And now for the last one, it's called Anastasia. And this one's a metallic peachy pink with a little bit of a gold shift to it, a nice rose gold, and this color is absolutely beautiful. I can definitely see myself using this for brides, for like the main lid. It really gives me a nice bridal vibe. So here we have all the glittery shades. Now let's go ahead and move on to the mattes. So we have New Yorker. Hopefully I said that right. It's a matte rich caramel shade. Of course, again, it's a matte. And then we have OG. It's a matte neutral chocolate brown. They kind of swatch the same though, but it's weird because like on my fingertips, they definitely look really different, but don't they match the same or swatch the same? I thought that was pretty weird. And then we have Sensa. It's a matte red plum pressed pigment, but it's also matte, I believe. It doesn't look glittery to me. And then we have 1988, which is the year that she was born. It's a matte chestnut brown. We gotta have a nice dark brown in the palette for sure. And then of course we have the black shade, which is called BK, a nice matte black eyeshadow. And I feel like every palette should have a black eyeshadow like this, because sometimes you just want to go into a nice black matte shade. And then finally we have Yugo. It's a matte rich plum. And it's a nice pressed pigment, of course, just a matte shade. So yeah, you guys, here we have all the matte shades, and I feel like they did a really good job with applying like 2, 4, 5, 6 mattes in this palette. Definitely you have a lot to work with. And here we have all 16 eyeshadow swatches. So for my eyes, I went ahead and primed them already with my Urban Decay Eden Primer. So I really don't know what I want to do, to be honest, you guys. I don't know if I want to do something more on the bronzy side or I want to do something like really crazy. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Let's just go with the flow. I'm going to go into Yugo, which is this dark shade right here. And it's a matte shade, and I'm going to go into my Morphe M513 brush, and we're going to be placing this right towards the outer corner only, and I want to start to smoke this out. And then with whatever you have left, start to bring it up just to get it towards the crease right here and bringing it in like this. Try to keep it as close to the crease as possible. So just like that, grabbing some more and intensify it a little bit more. And then with whatever you have left, you guys, just start to blend the edges, because we are going to go in with the second color right on top, but what we don't want is a harsh line. So I really want to just smooth this out before we go in with the next eyeshadow. Still using the same brush, I'm going to pick up the shade called Semsa, which is this eyeshadow shade right here. And we're going to place this right on top of Yugo. And then take it towards the outer corner and blend. Alright guys, and I'm going to go into my Morphe M433, picking up more of that shade called Yugo, that dark plum, and start to just warm it up a little bit more. And the reason why I'm going into my Morphe M433 is because it's a little bit smaller, and I want to get into this area and then drag whatever I have left towards the inner corner. I'm going to go into the Morphe brush. It's a purple brush. I will try to find the set for you guys and link it down below, but I want to use it because está bien chiquito. It's a really small little brush. And I'm going to go into the shade called BK, which is just the matte black. And we're going to place this right towards the outer corner of our eye. Only difference, you guys, is that we're going to do patty motions, but then we are going to slant it this way. So I don't know what to call it, like vertical or I don't know. But you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? You're going to go like this, slanting it this way. And once again, I'm just using patty motions because I feel like it applies a little bit better, and there, see? Makes it look a lot darker. So now going back to the shade Yugo, that dark plum, just go right on top of it like this so we don't lose the dark plum color. Love the darkness out this way. I'm loving this palette so far. Oh my god. Going back and doing the exact same thing with this eye. I don't remember which palette it is, but there is a palette that I absolutely love, the black in it too. I feel like Anastasia has really good matte black eyeshadows. At least for me, I feel like they've done a really, really good job. Taking more of that shade called BK, you guys, and still using the same Morphe brush. I did take just a little bit more and going towards the what is it, crease, towards the inner corner a little bit. Going back into the shade called Semsa and just going right on top of it and blend. So I'm going back and forth with Semsa, which is the shade right here, this one, and then going back into Yugo. So these two. Alright guys, so now that we have the outer corners complete, I'm gonna go back into my Urban Decay Eden primer. Where did you go? Oh, here it is. And I'm gonna start to cut my crease. So once again, we're doing a half cut crease. And you guys can go as high as you want to on your lid, or you can follow your natural crease on your lid. Going into my Sigma F75 concealer brush as usual. So remember where we placed that black right there? I don't want to cover that up. I just want to go right on top of it like that. So I don't want to do too much right here. Even though we can go back in there with more of the black eyeshadow, but I just don't want to cover it up too much. So I'm going to go into this other Morphe brush, again from the purple set that I have. And I'm going to use this just to blend out the concealer. It absolutely has no product. You guys can use whatever brush you want to blend out the corners here. And again, if you're new to my channel, the reason why I do blend out the concealer or the primer is so that way I don't have a harsh line right there. So once we go in and pack more eyeshadow, you can't see that line of demarcation. Now, I totally suck on matching these. If you guys do the exact same thing and you suck, give this video a thumbs up. I suck at trying to make these look so identical. So I do apologize in advance if they don't look the same. This is where you literally can't breathe. Okay, so I think they're pretty even. If not, oh well. Now, you guys, going back towards the outer corner, I'm gonna go back into that small little detailed Morphe brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick up more of that black shade that we used earlier. And what we're gonna do, I mean, it's pretty already blended, but I just wanna go in there still and just make sure. And that helps you guys to look down like this and get like a small little mirror. And it really helps to get really into the lash line without poking yourself if you're going like this or taking it up too high. Taking my MAC, I think this is the 239S, and I'm gonna go in with absolutely no Fix Plus or setting spray or anything. I'm gonna go into the shade called Wasted, which is this eyeshadow right here. If you guys saw this in the swatches, isn't it so stunning? I think this color is so beautiful. Press it in. And taking it all the way towards the inner corner and just stopping right there. We're not gonna take it too far up. I just wanna apply it right here. All right, and then next, I wanna go into the shade called Anastasia. This eyeshadow shade right here. Same thing, I'm not gonna be going in with no Fix Plus or anything. I'm gonna go in completely dry. You can definitely go in with some setting spray if you want to. And I'm gonna place this right next to that shadow called Wasted, the one that we just placed. And same thing, we're only gonna go halfway. And you do wanna take it in a little bit into the other eyeshadow, so like just halfway. Like very lightly, so that way they both blend in really well. And now remember that small little detail brush again by Morphe. I'm gonna go into that shade called Semsa again, which is the shade right here. And we're gonna place this right towards the outer corner. So right here, you wanna just tap. But you see, when you are using a more smaller detail brush, you can get in here really, really well. I'm gonna go into my MAC 266 and picking up more of that shade called Yugo and the BK, which is the black. I'm gonna go ahead and just attach the top, but the only difference, you guys, is that I want it very, very thin. I don't want it as thick as we have it here. I just want it very thin and connect the top. I kind of want to go in with the glitter. I feel like this is pretty, but I kind of want to bump it up a little bit more. And the purpose of this palette, it's so glittery. Like, how are you not gonna put on glitter? All right, guys, so I went ahead and added Barb and Cupcake, which is these two shades right here. And then just apply it where we applied the shade called Anastasia. I think that gives it more of a boost and more glittery. I feel like it gives me more of a Barbie vibe. Going into my Sigma Blending E36 brush, I'm gonna go back into that shade called Wasted and then just highlight my inner corner. And then taking it up towards the sides of the eye. And then going towards the brow bone just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my face, and then we will finish off with lashes and the lower lash line. I kind of want to go in with a pink towards the bottom lash line. I don't know yet, but we will see. Let me go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and I'll be right back, you guys. All right, my honeys, so I just finished off my face. I'm just currently baking and setting everything. The lower lash line, like I mentioned before, I kind of want to go into something more on the pink side, so I am thinking of going into Semsa, which is this shade here first, and then I'm gonna put this on top. So I'm gonna use the Anastasia brush that was in the palette, picking up the shade Semsa, and I'm gonna run it right underneath my lower lash line, and I'm using the flat side of the brush. Now I'm gonna go back into Yugo, that dark plum shade. I'm gonna put it right here towards the outer corner. All right, guys, so just like this, and I'm gonna go into the shade called Reezy, that hot pink shade, and I'm gonna spray my brush with just some setting spray into that shade, and then run it towards the lower lash line, but just right here, only halfway like that. There we go. For my waterline, you guys, I'm gonna go into the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Black Market. And it's just a nice matte black eye pencil. Okay, so I'm gonna run this through my waterline. And then for mascara, I'm gonna go into the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara, and I'm gonna apply this towards the bottom lash line. And I like this wand, you guys, because it's super thin, and I like to use wands like this for my lower lashes, but not so much for the top. I don't know why. I get so scared of bringing it super close to the top, but I really like the way how it separates my bottom lashes. Like, I love that. It really makes my bottom lashes look so long. All right, my honey, so that's pretty much it for today's look today, using the brand new Anastasia in collab with AMREZY palette. This is the look that I came up with. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Overall, my review on this palette, you guys, it is so bomb. I love it. I feel like the eyeshadows blended out to perfection. They look so good and creamy, buttery, and I had no patchiness, no separation. I feel like it worked so good for me, at least. I'm really in love with this eyeshadow look, and of course, AMREZY, being as huge as she is on social media, I'm sure that she wouldn't come out with a product that wouldn't work. So I mean, her name is literally on this palette. I had no trouble blending out the eyeshadows, which for me is definitely a really good sign. Palette runs for $49. I think they are going to be selling it at ULTA as well as Sephora and on AnastasiaBeverlyHills.com. One more thing before I let you guys go. I had a girl ask me if I could compare it to the Soft Glam palette. So here I have the Soft Glam, and then here I have the AMREZY one. So there are some colors that are pretty similar. I just will say that the AMREZY palette just has more of the glittery shades. The palette definitely has the browns down here, as you guys can see. So it also has a black. Honestly, Soft Glam is one of my favorite palettes. If you guys don't have this, it's a really good palette to have for like brides. So I feel like there are some similarities in the AMREZY palette. Now, do you need the palette in your life? I always say not necessarily, because honestly, it's just up to you if you need it. If you are a Anastasia palette collector, then I say definitely go get it. It's definitely not a waste of your money. I definitely recommend it. Check it out if you guys are interested. And of course, if you do recreate this look, do not forget to tag me on Instagram, because I love to see your guys' recreations. And of course, I will link everything that I used today. I love you all so much. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Besitos y los quiero mucho. God bless you guys. Bye!